back with Voice Garage here doing a video, and today, I'm going to be doing my Christmas special, so,
Been forgotten, now, Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Said I've been forgotten, now, Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
alright, so, first off, before we actually get started, what I'm going to do is, explain, unfortunately, last week I couldn't get a video out because, we, had a bad storm and stuff come through, and it, made a mess, down in the shop. There was water everywhere. I mean, it was all under the tables. It was a big mess. I had to vacuum it all up. I'll show you some pictures. But, yeah, it was pretty bad, so, unfortunately I couldn't do a part 3 to, be able to or get some kind of video out. But, before we get started in yonder, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some stuff I got. I mean, if you've already seen my, Terrell Fixes All t-shirt, it's cool. I got a John Deere belt buckle, which I had this a while. The belt buckle I had for a long time. I just couldn't find it. I finally found it. But this shirt I got for Christmas yesterday, with also some more Terrell apparel. And also some more stuff in here that I got. Okay. This came with a bunch of stickers. Yeah, there's a business card. That'd be good for gapping on coal. And, yeah, there's another business card too. But there's this sticker, which is the same thing on my coaster over there. I'll probably put this on my Power King when I get one. And like it is. Yeah, this one that would go good like on a screen on a running mower or something. My voice sounds a little weird today. I don't know why, but Tecumseh, which is Tecumseh, Terrell's version of Tecumseh. Kawasaki, it's Terrell's version of Kawasaki. Crawler, which is Terrell's version of Kohler. Briggs and Scrapham, which is Terrell's version of Briggs and Stratton. We've got a Scrub Cadet, Terrell's version of Cub Cadet. And Craftsman, which is Terrell's version of Craftsman, obviously. And this one right here is pretty cool too. He said this in here too. This is actually cool too, because it's signed to me by Terrell. I have to give me like a picture frame to put this in, hang somewhere in the shop or in my office in there or something. That'd be kind of cool. But, okay, and also I'm gonna do a video on these too. Now, I've had this one a while. This is the Gordon 6-inch Buck 119 clone, and this is a real Buck 119 I got for Christmas. And this one ain't just any Buck 119. This is a year 2002 100 anniversary limited edition one, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, like if you look on the blade, there it's just it's got the anvil on it, which is only in 2002. I'll do see this one ain't got nothing written off, but I'll do a comparison video and more in depth look at these both. But yeah, I also got a new recorder device. This is kind of a cheap one, but it does what it needs to do. But this one will be a little bit easier to use than the other one. The other one, my phone wants to topple it over, and because it makes it top heavy. And this one's got a microphone too. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if you can hear me better, but so yeah, there's nothing to talk about. But without further ado, let's go in my office and I'll show you what's in there. Okay, so I'm gonna start from what we usually do. Here's my Friday 13th poster, my hats, my glove. There's my grenades. There's a Mountain Dew thing. That right there is actually signed by the Bicycle Girls on me. There's the Alabama State map. There's a start lineup. Daryl's Angel Wings. Steve Austin Bionic Man with all the rubber still on his arm, which is actually pretty cool. These two old Mark speakers. These are from my childhood. These are very old. They're from the 60s, I think. Here's all my. That's the Michael Myers mask here, by the way. I forgot to mention, but this goes up here too. I'll put it back. But my papa gave me this. I was always interested in this when I was little because I get it open, and I just broke the lid. Just pull the lid apart. But because there's like a little thing of mail in there, I gotta figure out how to get this back together. But get on there backwards. It's hard to do stuff one-handed, but I could glue that back together later, ain't no biggie. But it's all my Walking Dead stuff, which is pretty cool. Now with this light, you can see it a lot better too. There's all my Daryls. There's Negan and Dwight back here. There's some Coke bottles and stuff, and some more stuff up here too. Right there's an old Elliot Ness gun from like the 40s or 30s, 40s, things, something like that. But here's, I got that Hobby Lobby. It's got old World War II warships. Because when I was younger, I used to be real interested in World War II, and I still kind of am. But pretty cool. Here's all my video game stuff. As you can see, I had to move some stuff around because so you could see. But that's where I usually keep my controller. I didn't have it there because I was playing yesterday. But see, there's the thing you plug into the TV right there. There's a scope that goes with the gun. The gun's laying down here somewhere. I can't reach it. But you plug that in the TV too. There's my old Wii game system, which it still works. It still got a disc in there too. I have to hook it up, get it out. But it still works. I still had enjoyment out of it. Wii's kind of obsolete now, so you can't get nothing for it. That's why I ended up getting me an Xbox. But this controller, I can't remember what this goes to, but I have to be careful with it because the cord's got lead all around it and stuff, and lead can be very dangerous. Here's all my video games. Let me move these bottles out of the way so you can see them. Okay, so there's all my video games and stuff. There's the Monster Quest is actually underneath that plastic thing. I had to move it because I got a new video game I'll show you in just a minute. But there's Ghost Recon, SWAT 4, a bunch of old Wii games. You can see how when I was younger and then when I started getting older. There's also Call of Duty Black Ops for the Wii, which the Wii version had exclusive stuff that the Xbox one did, but the Wii graphics are horrible compared to nowadays. There's Rage and Rage 2, Left 4 Dead, Call of Duty's, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I got that for Christmas. That's why I had to move Monster Quest so I could put it there. But now, remember last year, Gears of War Ultimate Edition and Doom? I said I couldn't. I got mad and never did finish them, but I actually went back and I actually beat both of them, believe it or not. Doom, it got aggravating some, because there's one where I defeated one big enemy, and then 2 more I had to find. Like, are you serious? Because I never defeated the one, and then I got to go do 2 of them. But the second 2 weren't actually as hard as the first one, because they didn't have shields like the first one did. But yeah, but Doom was still pretty cool. It plays a lot like Rage 2. That's what it made me think of, because they're both made by the same developers. But there's Red Dead Redemption 2. I played Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, I played both Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 and Undead Nightmare. The only one I've yet to play is Red Dead Revolver. But Red Dead Redemption, I actually prefer it over Red Dead Redemption 2, believe it or not. And Undead Nightmare was awesome. And there's Friday the 13th the game. There's also a bunch of old PC games. There's Assassin's Creed. Those right there, Star Wars, Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight. Those are dated 1995. So if they work, I don't know. SWAT 4 actually worked on my computer, so they may work. Because SWAT 4 is dated 2005, so it's only 10 years old, 10 years newer. Now this thing is some kind of, my grandmother gave me this on my side. This was my mama's, and mama might have it. But this is some kind of CD-ROM computer thing that she got. But my mama likes Star Wars. But I used to look how old that is. I mean, it's like an ancient computer. But yeah, that probably won't work on my computer. But I don't know where the disc is. But anyway, going down, there's another one of them computer games you plug into the TV. Pac-Man. Pac-Man was fun. I think that all those still work. But there's a bunch of my movies and stuff. Those are VHS tapes. I mean, most people, some people don't even know what a VHS tape is nowadays. But there's an Alien Egg. There's my Alien movies. They've actually made a Jeepers Creepers 3, believe it or not. Or, no, Jeepers Creepers 3, I'm sorry. Jeepers Creepers 4 they've made. There's my slasher movies. Those are cartoons from my childhood right there. I never liked new cartoons. I always thought they were kind of stupid and didn't make any sense. I always liked older ones. There's Terminator, Mad Max will be in there. More movies. There's some down at the bottom there too. But so yeah, pretty cool. Those Star Wars right there are VHS tapes. There's another TV game, SpongeBob. I remember playing that too when I was younger. Had a lot of good memories with that. There's Tremors VHS tape. So there's my piggy bank getting away there. I like Tremors. I mean, say what you will about Tremors. I mean, a lot of people think it's stupid, but I mean, yeah, I actually like those movies. The first one is the best, in my opinion. But okay, now there's my initial right there. That camo can right there. In fact, I mentioned that's limited edition. I got that years ago at a Dollar General. There's a joystick, which it's a Microsoft joystick, I think. My papa's got the exact same one sitting in his shed. But I don't know if it works. I don't know if this one works either. But see, there's the S. There's something behind. Oh, it's a necklace or something sitting behind there. But okay. Now inside here, I didn't show this off last time, and that's because I had DVDs and clothes and stuff just thrown in here. It was a big mess. Yeah, I didn't want to show it off. But now, since I got it cleaned up, I'll show you what's in here. This is where I keep all my boots and stuff. As you see, I keep my belt buckles on the door when I'm not using a certain one. This Red Man one's one of my favorites. This is an old one from like the 70s. I wear this one the most because it's the most durable belt buckle I got, and I just like it. This one my cousin got me at a graduation gift a couple years ago. And this one, I like to wear to gun shows. I forgot to mention over here too, there's my starting lineups and stuff, my knives, my Walking Dead DVDs, all that stuff. But yeah, this one, I don't wear a whole lot because I don't want all the paint to flake off of it. But this is cool for wearing to gun shows or for going shooting or something. But yeah, my John Deere one hangs right here when I'm not using it. But okay, now I ain't got nothing on this door yet. I tried to hang my cowboy hat there, but it wouldn't hang because it stuck out too far. But okay, so we start at the bottom here. These are my casual, / work boots, everyday wear stuff. Now those on the end are my those were my uncle's hiking boots, and he passed away when I was in 9th grade. So so they're kind of sentimental. My aunt passed them down to me along with a bunch of other stuff that was his, like hunting magazines, a hunting vest, stuff like that. My papa recently gave me a big winter coat that was his too, because he was trying to clean. didn't wear it, and he was cleaning his closet out, and it was in his way. He didn't want it in his way anymore, so he told me I could have it, and it's pretty warm actually. But yeah, so I don't wear those a whole lot because I can't hardly tie them. But like I said, them are more of a sentimental item. But those actually, I wore them in one video, trying to break them in. Those I got them at the thrift store, which they weren't in too bad a shape. Now, normally I don't buy stuff like that at the thrift store because usually they're either nasty or they're too wore out or they're too little. Now these were a little too big for me, but that's why I don't wear them a whole lot. But I wore them in the video I was shooting the crossbow because I was trying to break them in. But now these right here are my work boots, which you see me wear often when I'm working on something. But me and my daddy have been talking about me and him both gonna get a pair of steel-toed boots. But I've always wanted a pair of steel-toed boots. Them, believe it or not, are not steel-toed. They look like they're steel-toed, but believe it or not, they ain't. But them are actually reinforced leather though, so that's one thing I like about those. And they're kind of lined so when it's cold, they're a little bit warmer than these. But these are my flag boots. These are ones I wear majority of the time, as you can tell, because how saggy the shaft is. But yeah, those I wear for everyday use, like if I'm going to the grocery store or something, or just going to town to do something. That's what I usually wear. Now these right here, these are my dress boots on the top. Those are a pair of Justins with a rubber sole. I got it at Field and Stream. I actually got another pair of work boots from Field and Stream that I keep at my grandmother's house, so I have them out there. So I can't show you those, but and those Rocky boots, I can't show you them either. I thought those were Justins, but they were actually Rockies. But yeah, these are good dress boots for when it's raining and I can't wear these or these. I'll get into in just a minute, but yeah. So I took and polished them up too. I mean, look how shiny those are. I mean, look how good that looks. So yeah, so pretty good boots. I wear, like I said, I wear them for dressy purposes when it's nasty weather, or if it's like pouring down rain or something like that. But here's my black boots. I didn't actually buy those. Those were actually just given to me by a good friend of mine from high school, which I still actually talk to sometime. Me and her have been good friends for a long time. So she gave me these. This is her papa's, I think. He didn't want these anymore. He couldn't wear them, so he said I could just have them. But which sounds a little weird, but I mean I actually like these because these are good for if I have to wear like an all black suit or something, or these look good with khakis too. Like if I ever have to go to a funeral or something, these are good for that. If I have to wear all black. But now moving down, these are my Tony Llamas. These were my daddy's. He passed these down to me because he can't wear these anymore because they hurt his back. He has to wear like those style because he's got a pair just like these too. Because them are a lot easier for him to wear because they don't hurt his back so bad. But so yeah, I like these. These are I shine these up too. You see they look real nice. And sometimes I'll wear these if it's kind of muddy outside because I don't want to damage these. I'll explain in a minute. But now if it's pouring down rain and it's slick, you don't want to wear leather soles because you can slip and fall and hurt yourself. Because one time I had these on and it rained because I didn't know it was gonna rain and I wore these. That's before I got these, but I wore these because I didn't know it was gonna rain. My grandmother, her inside of her garage is real slick, and when it rains, water gets all in there because the wind blows it in. And I was walking out because I didn't have these because I wasn't home, and when I stepped, I slid and I fell, which it hurt because I fell on concrete. But so I always learn from my mistakes. Just be prepared. If it looks like it's gonna rain outside, don't wear leather soles. Just precaution. But okay, now these on the end are my newest pair of boots. Those are my Cowtown snakeskin boots, which I really love those boots. Those are awesome. Now I couldn't put Coke bottles in those because it was too tight on the shaft. I didn't want to rip the shaft. I'm trying to force it in there. But as you can see, these are real python snakeskin boots. These were the most expensive pair of boots that I ever bought. These were $240. It was actually pretty good for snakeskin boots. Some of them go up to $300, maybe even $400. But still, a little more expensive than what I usually pay for. These were like $117 or something. Those, I can't remember. Them were $100 and something. I mean, people always say, you pay a lot of money for cowboy boots, but cowboy boots will last you a long time. Because them flag boots right there, I've had them since I was in my 10th grade year of high school. And so those two, I had them since I was in 10th grade. And, Yeah, my daddy, he bought these back in the like late 80s, early 90s, and and they're still wearable. But as you can see, these are pretty nice now. Like I said, I only wear these on dry days. I don't wear these when it's pouring rain or if it's wet outside. But I treat these a little more often than these other ones. I hit my microphone on that if you hear noise. But yeah. So I also put some brown shoe polish around the sole right here, and it looks really, really good actually. And in this drawer down here, actually where I keep all my boot treatment stuff and my boot cut jeans, stuff like that. Now there's another drawer down there, but I can't get it open because the computer tower's in the way, so there's nothing in there. But now going back up here, there's my. That actually came with my vest when I bought it, or my grandmother bought it for me. She bought it for me as a graduation gift. But there's my Xbox DVD player. There's a Stretch Armstrong head. That was my daddy's. There's a gun that went to something I have when I was little. I can't remember. Well, I think it was an Alien Resurrection toy. But there's a Xenomorph Queen. I got that last year as an early Christmas gift. I got the box sitting over there somewhere. But now these things right here are called body shakers. When you put these in the sun, they'll kind of like a bobblehead with their body shakes instead of their head. But I got the Xenomorph and the Predator. And right here is a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 poster I've had since I was real young. I got it at Walmart one time. I thought it looked cool behind here because I got my Xbox right here. And I've been playing Modern Warfare 2, so that's actually pretty cool looking when you're playing games. Now, that thing right there, my uncle made that a long time ago for me. I forgot what exactly he did, but he's able to make stuff like that. He made it out of some kind of like vinyl or something. It's actually pretty cool. I've had that for a long time. But yeah, so that's actually custom, so that's pretty cool. But here's my crossbow and stuff like that. There's my hats. One of them is sitting in yonder because I usually wear it to work in. But I got this big flag behind it, this big American flag I got at the thrift store. And here's my thing you cock the crossbow with. I got some extra bolts, but unfortunately, I gotta find somewhere to hang them. They make a quiver thing. You can set this in. You can set all your bolts in. It's actually pretty cool. But I might invest in one of those one day. But okay. So since we're done in here, I'll go to the shop. Okay. So what we have here is the workout gym, and now I've never filmed over here before. I mean, sometimes you might have seen it in the background. Maybe I was filming over there doing something, but I've never actually filmed like this here, and that's because I don't do a whole lot of good about working out, and it's hard for me to get down here and do weights and stuff in the winter time because when it gets chilly down here, because there's no heat down here, I don't want to get down here and get sick and all that stuff. So now you notice the wall is part of it's blue and the other part's kind of like a dark gray because my daddy was painting the wall and he didn't like this dark shade of gray, and so he never did get around to finishing this part. We would talk about that. We're gonna get a lighter gray and redo the whole wall, so that might be a good. You might see a video on that and repainting the workout gym walls. That'd be kind of cool. But okay, so I'll put you my handheld thing and I'll show you all around. Okay, so here's a closer look. Here's one treadmill we got, and this one we've had for a while. And there's some stuff sitting on it because I had to get it out of the water the other day. So it's a little messy. I gotta clean this up. But there's a punching bag. My daddy made that bracket for it. Now the ceiling, there used to be like a room that was ball boxed in, but my daddy didn't like all them walls being down here, so he tore all them out because he liked the better opened up, which I agree with him. It does look a lot better. But there's a pogo stick, which is the same brand as my scooter over there I had when I was little. Me and my cousin had matching scooters, and I don't know if she still got hers, but I still got mine. And that pogo stick I got at the thrift store a long time ago. There's some more bars and some stuff over there. That's an old bar we used to use until we got this new one I'll show you in just a minute. But there's dumbbells over there too. I remember me and my daddy built that thing to put them on. And you also put your bench press weights on the side of that too to store them up. There's 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, and 50 pounds. What I've got most so far is a ropes in there too. If you've seen it, because I had to we sprayed some poison the other day, so they pop up every so often. I gotta sweep them up. But okay, so this here is I think you do bench presses on and stuff. You can move these. You can either do normal bench presses or incline bench presses. My daddy put this on here so you know where to go up to when you do these. This on the back is for squats and stuff. You put your both your hands on this, and when you pull it down, as you see, it moves it up. It's hard to do one-handed. That's why I didn't want to go up. Because preferably when you do that, you use both of your hands. And there's another bar up there too. Now, just so you can do chin-ups up here, but as you see the ceiling, it kind of prevents us from doing that. So we had a different one of these, and my dad didn't like it because it was hard to use. It didn't have a bench right here either. So we got a new one. When we got this one, he took the other one apart. It's sitting over yonder. Well, that scrap plywood. But there's some more weights right there. There's truck pieces. Here's the chair, the bench that it came with. And this is for doing leg weights and stuff. But which is your legs are they say is your strongest part of the body because it's what holds all your weight up. And here's the second treadmill, which is a newer one. I like the other one better because this one's always sort of at a, as you see, like at an incline. The other one's flat. But I don't do a whole lot of like cardio exercise. I do a little bit, but I don't do a whole bunch because I'm more interested in doing weights and stuff than cardio exercise. But there's a rug right here. But here's the second punching bag that we got. This has been down here for a while too. And this right here is my daddy's teeter hang up. He uses this because he's got some his back hurts and stuff, so this kind of helps a little bit. And all this stuff behind it here, this is where we store stuff. As you see, there's Halloween decorations and stuff. I'm not gonna get too depth in here because it's just the storage part. So okay, so I think I pretty much covered everything in the workout gym. So there's a ring on there. I didn't even know that was there. But yes, I think I covered everything we got here in the workout gym. So I'll move on to the shop. Okay, so now we're in the shop, and I film 99.9% of the time here in the shop, and because I film and working on stuff or some kind of something, like how to or will it run. So this is where I film the most, and as you've probably seen a lot of this stuff probably thousands of times, but I'll still give you a kind of like a look, because there's probably some stuff you still ain't seen yet, but so let's get okay. So we're gonna start at the very back where the door is right here, which I've got closed because it is cold outside. So there's my wheelbarrow, which I used in one video, getting the sticks up in the garage. And there's another broom. Here's my gas cans and stuff like that. Some of these I got to take back out to my grandmother's house because I had to have some gas out here to cut my leads up. But there's my backpack blower, so I've got to figure out what's wrong with that, because the other day all of a sudden it just died and it would not start. So now I've got to figure out what's wrong with that. But that'd be a kind of a good video, I guess. But here's some more tools and stuff. More tools. Got tongue tied there a little bit, but there's a grabber, stuff like that. So over here's all the scrap wood and stuff I was talking about. Here's the pieces to that old bench press that I was telling you about earlier, and part of an old seat that was there too. So we got the new one came with a new seat. We got rid of that. We took apart that old one, put it over here. There's also part of a bicycle frame, bunch of stuff right here. So if I ever need a scrap piece of plywood for something, I got it. But yeah. So there's also under this, there's a weed eater, as you see. That one, it's a Ryobi weed eater, and that thing still won't run right. We've done all kinds of stuff to that thing, and it still just won't run right. There's a GMC choker out there. My daddy got that a long time ago, somewhere. There's a Go Cadet weed eater. My other weed eater out here. It's at my grandmother's house because we're gonna pressure wash some stuff and do some maintenance. Here's another wheelbarrow. This is actually one you push, but I don't get this one down a whole lot. So I like that other one better. This one's hard to get down. It's all the wood's in the way. There's some stuff, whole tools right there, but that's we got all this plywood right here. I can't get over there, but here's the mower. You've seen a bunch of times. My mower out here is the Cub Cadet 1525. Now, at my grandmother's house, I've never showed. Well, I've showed you out there before with some of my mowers. I got there's two Craftsman. We got Craftsman LT 1000 and Craftsman LT 2000, which is silver, and the green one is the 1000. But I also got a John Deere 245 and John Deere L118 out there too. And I also got two Murrays. We got the older Murray, and we got the one with the battery on it, which I done a review on a little while ago. But here's some tires for the truck over here. And speaking of the truck, this is not mine. This is actually my daddy's truck. This is a 1972. Well, it was made in 71, but it's a 72 model Chevy Cheyenne pickup truck. There was two different models. There was a regular C10, and there was a Cheyenne, and then there was also the Cheyenne Super, which the Cheyenne Super had like a tilting steering wheel, but this one was just the Cheyenne. But the Cheyenne had air conditioning and power steering, all that good stuff. Because here in the deep south we need air conditioning, especially in the summertime. But so there's the engine stuff, but Daddy got a cover over it, and he said that old Hulk that was mine. I was up there. This was my daddy's Christmas present today too. This was his. We got him, and he really likes this thing. Okay, so there's an old push mower. I think I mentioned this a couple of times. I think I showed it to you kind of far off, but I never kind of got up close to it. This is an old Craftsman push mower my uncle gave to us because he couldn't fix it. And these are actually these bodies are made out of magnesium too, because they stopped making them out of magnesium because magnesium can catch on fire. But now it was originally gold, but I didn't like gold. It was flashy and it was ugly. So my daddy painted it red and white. And this has got a Tecumseh engine on it. And I showed you the carburetor. That one was all eat up. It's what goes on this, and it was in bad shape. I mean, the thing ain't savable. Now, when we first got it, this gas tank was missing, and my uncle couldn't find it. And then a couple days later, he called my daddy up and said he found the gas tank and he can come get it. So he went down there and got it and stuck it on. But yeah, Tecumsehs are actually pretty good engines. They're a little harder to find parts for than Briggs and Stratton, but I mean, they're still pretty good though. Like the Tecumseh Enduro / Formula, I always call that the Briggs and Stratton rip-off engine because it looks very similar to one. There's a poster of C10 my daddy put up there. It's an old one from like the 70s. There's a bunch of tubes and fuel lines and stuff that go to it too, which he's probably not going to reuse them because some of them are old. Okay, there's two chainsaws. There's a little electric one you plug in, and a Craftsman gas power one which doesn't run because I ain't had time to really go through it. But as you can see, there's a carburetor. It goes an extra one he got at not a thrift store, at a flea market a long time ago. There's the engine to that Murray push mower I used to have. My daddy got rid of that because he didn't want it in the way. But the engine was still good, so he kept the engine. But them were cheap anyway, so I mean it wasn't really that big of a deal. There's a old two box, the impact. I can't remember what's in here. Oh, it's sockets and stuff. There's an old thing I had to pick up the other day because it fell off in the water. There's two jack stands there. My uncle on my mama's side gave it to me because he didn't need those anymore, and those are good for the mower. I'm not gonna try and put the truck on those because I'm afraid of bending them in because they're kind of thin metal. But yeah, there's two old drills. The black case is actually an old toy case of mine when I was little, but I couldn't. The black one did have a case, so I just stuck it in there so it'd have a case. But that gray one right there is actually a limited edition camouflage drill that Black & Decker came out with back in the 90s. My daddy got it a long time ago because he thought it was cool because it was camouflage. But there's my battery load tester. There's a calendar with Chuck Norris on it right there. And stoplight thing. I'm not sure exactly what that stoplight thing is for, but there's some light bulbs, some extra stuff on that shelf right there. There's Bondo up there and some other stuff. There's the Echo chainsaw, which does run, which we don't use very often because, you know, like I said in my personal equipment video, I don't cut wood a lot, so I don't have very much hours on it. But there's more impact stuff. There's the air ratchet case, I think, apple cider vinegar, some books and stuff. There's a engine, like electric motor that goes in a, you know, like in a washer or a dryer or something. I think it's a washer. But there's a belt sander, which my daddy got for Christmas last year. He actually got it early because they mailed it in the box and it was all over the box what it was. So we ended up just giving it to him because it had been kind of pointless trying to hide that anyway. So because he went out and got it. So that surprise was kind of ruined, but still he likes it and it works. There was an electric brush cutter right there, which I don't use that a whole lot because I usually just the bushes I usually just cut them with a weed eater because I don't like having to run, because that's a corded one. I don't like having to run the extension cord all the way out there just to cut the bushes. That's really annoying. I might invest in a gas powered one. Okay, there's a radio, an axe, so we actually rehandle because my papa gave me that old axe. The handle was rotting away just about it, so my dad had an extra handle because the head that went on that handle had a big crack in the blade, and which is dangerous because, you know, it could come flying off of you. But, you know, it looks pretty good. It's kind of, we took and kind of polished it too. It looks pretty good. There's an old toolbox. It was my great grandfather's, I believe, because he'd done a lot of carpentry stuff. I think is what that was. So there's the seat that goes on the chair right there. That was a piece of wood and it's very uncomfortable to sit on. We had an extra mower seat that came with one of them Murrays. My dad put a bigger seat on a little Murray, and that's the seat that originally came in a little Murray, so he stuck it on there. It's a lot more comfortable to sit on. But there's, you know, spray paints and stuff like that, and there's chalk, weed eater line. Okay, down here on this other shelf, that's like fluids, grill stuff, mower oil. The yellow, green, and stripe one, I can't remember what that came with, but that black one right there came with my pressure washer when I got it new. But and down there, it's just some more stuff. There's Raid and some other like poison and stuff for bugs. Here's a bandsaw, which when you watch Terrell Fixes All, he's got one very similar to this sitting in his shop. It's, I think works pretty good. There's some metal and stuff in there. There's the Ryobi blower, which I don't use that in the yard anymore. So it's like I'm my gas powered blower. So there's a dustpan tail. I use to sweep up the shop after I make a mess. There's the welder. There's 2 floor jacks and a small compressor. I mean, think about investing in a bigger compressor. There's some handlebars. There's the old Yazoo handlebars about there too. The other one I used to have. But okay, so here's another thing like a drill press, and some more tool boxes and stuff like that. Let me get around this. Oh, well, my extension cord fell out from my tripod over there, but it don't really matter. Oh, just plug that back in. It's the only annoying thing about this. If this thing wants to fall out, I don't know why it wants to stay in there. Okay, I think I got it. But okay, so anyway, there's, you know, spray paints. There's a filter for the Wisconsin Robin, some more like carb spray, 2-stroke oil, some batteries for the fuel transfer pump, some more tools, stuff like that. Here's the Wisconsin Robin engine. I got it on the table here because I've been working on it and cleaning it up and all that stuff. And so hopefully I can get that back together and get that welded up pretty soon so I can get that running. Here's a blade that goes like on a box cutter blade, which I got one of them for Christmas, a box cutter knife. Here's some scrap wood pieces. Some more car spray. Is not a propane torch, a MAP gas torch. Some WD-40. See, Kroll. Well, this stuff is old right here. You can tell. I don't know if there's a date on here or not. Let me see. There's some stuff last for like a long time. I don't see any date on here, but you can tell that's old by just looking at the can. Look at this old PB blaster can too. I don't see a date on this either. I wish they put dates on stuff. There's grease. That's an old can of grease back there too. And it's cool how some stuff you can keep forever and it'll last. Unlike stuff nowadays. But over here on this shelf is there's some paint and stuff like that. I gotta clean this shelf up, make it look a little better. But this is a tombstone from one of her dogs passed away 2006. We just had it out there, but I ended up pulling the tombstone up because I didn't like having to mow around it. But you can see just kind of a little messy. There's a bug zapper. But here's the electric weed eater. It came with the blower, which I had never used as much because it don't. If you got one like an Echo one or a steel electric weed eater, it'll probably stay on a lot longer. This is just made for little itty bitty yards. But yeah, it don't have any line in it either. I never bothered to reline it because I don't use it all that much. Here's a pole for this little electric chainsaw over there, so you can cut high limbs and stuff. Okay, so moving over, here's the thing that's got rags in it. The lid fell off the steps up there. I gotta put that back on the can over there. But here's the anvil and some ball peen hammers and some metal trail. That's like a train track piece my papa gave to me. He didn't want it his way. And that metal bar right there, I don't know what exactly that is, but my daddy said when he was little, he actually carried that thing all the way home. It was heavy. But you can see there's more tools and stuff out there. Toast got stuff in it. There's an extra trash can, but okay, sorry, I had a little bit of difficulties there. But anyways, what I was saying, my grandmother, she lived in that house she lives in now, and then she moved back down yonder, and then it got dangerous where they're living out down there, so she moved into here, and then she moved back out yonder where she used to live in the 80s because she had to move out of this house and move back in there because she had to take care of my great grandmother. So she took we took the garbage can we had from our old house out here, and she left this one out here so because we didn't know this other one was back here, so we ended up having an extra garbage can, so we used this one down here to throw shop trash in and stuff. But okay, so now over here there's some more parts for the Yazoo. There's that tote's got other junk in it and stuff. There's a lift for engine and stuff. Another tailgate for the truck. Here's my my pressure washer. Which I really like this pressure washer. It's a really good pressure washer. I got it at Costco. I think it was $340, $445. It was really expensive, but it was a really good pressure washer. Here's the seat that goes in the truck too. I get it out of the way. Move my tripod out of the way so I can get over here. Okay, so here's more stuff. That actually goes on top of the house, but and over here too is where we kind of store some projects and stuff like that. Here's the Yazoo. I push the Yazoo over here when I ain't working on it, so it won't be in the way. But okay, so going right here, kind of back to where the workout gym is. Here's the Toro Recycler push mower, which is actually the same push mower right there. It's a little bit different. This one's got bigger wheels in the back, and the handles a little bit different, which that's actually pushed down a little bit right there. But we bought this one brand new at Home Depot. The other one sitting over there, my grandma, her neighbor, said we just have it because he could never get to run good. And he didn't want it in his way, so he said we just have it. And come to find out what the problem with that was, the jet was clogged up with trash. And then it run, and then all of a sudden, like I said, it died and it wouldn't start again. And I think some stuff from the gas tank that was in there got sucked into the carburetor. It needs a new fuel line and a breather too, so that's why it's pushed over there. I haven't been able to find both of those, so that's why it's sitting over there right now. But okay, going up from the push mower, here's the snapper, which I've done some videos on. There's that scooter I was talking about. But I've done some videos on this, and I was gonna try to put a big post twin on here, but unfortunately I couldn't get that to work because it kept hitting the crankshaft. The drive pulley did, so I had to scrap that idea. So I had to push it back over here out of the way. Let's put this project on hold for now until I can find another engine to put on it, because that Wisconsin Robin is gonna be too expensive to try to fix. But as you see, I mean, these are actually good mowers. This thing cuts a lot like a push mower because it's got one big giant blade in there. And these, if you leave it on 6th gear and stop and then go in and start driving again, you actually do like a wheelie with one of these, called all the weight is in the back of the mower, and and there ain't no weight in the front hardly. We got this from my grandmother. She bought this, or my dad, either her or my daddy bought these from my neighbor out here. My neighbor was cleaning out from behind her house back there, and this was sitting back there, and there was 2 push mowers and even an old Swisher mower from the 40s. I was sitting late 40s, early 50s, sitting back there, and which my daddy paid $80 for all those. Now the 2 push mowers he fixed and sold a long time ago, so we don't have those, but we still have this and the old Swisher mower. And see, this fell off, popped loose. It's supposed to be on like that, but it's not one to. There you go, it clicked. It's supposed to be clicked up right there. For some reason, it came undone. But now these handles he had to replace because the old ones were hard and all these things were missing just about it. So he ordered some new grips and put on here. And there's a tricycle too. That's my old tricycle from when I was younger. It's got Superman stickers all over it. My cousin had the same one, which I don't know if she still has hers or not, but I still have mine. But yeah, so I think I've pretty much covered everything. Okay, so if you like this video, and to give me a thumbs up, that'll help me out a lot. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the Backward Boys Garage, and I'll see y'all next video.